Hi there, Shane Cradock here. I've got a question for you. What do you think has the single biggest impact on your success in life? That's a question that I first asked myself probably over 20 years ago. And I've been, I suppose, obsessed and devoted to actually understanding the answer to that question. I've been working with top performers in many different industries. At this stage, it's actually over 50 industries, and working with sports people and people in public figures as well. So what do you think the answer is? I mean, to me, it could be, perhaps you might think it's to do with the people that you know, the connections you know, or perhaps what you know, or maybe it's to do with your skills, which I think is a fair answer. But for me, everything actually comes back to one specific thing, and I think that's your mind. And if you think about it, the mind is the domain of creativity, confidence, communication, clarity, everything that you need to really succeed in life, and not just succeed in terms of achievement, but also in terms of enjoyment and fulfillment, which I think is a major problem for most people. That's my experience anyway in today's world. And it's one of the reasons why I've created a specific training program called MindShift. And in MindShift, I suppose we focus initially on what are the 5 areas that cause the most problems for people. And I see 5 lacks in the working world at the moment. And these are, if you can read it there, is that the first one is a lack of meaning, major issue for a lot of people. Lack of energy. Most people are actually really fatigued due to overwhelm and just being overtired. Inner clarity, there's so much mental noise these days, is people just assume that they can't have that mental clarity, which is incorrect. Lack of prioritization, when you've got so many different things to do, which one do you do and why? And then ultimately, like, you know, business and life is about results. And I think we have a productivity issue. And so in MindShift, what we focus on is a specific model to help people learn a new way of working that not just improves results dramatically, but also allows you to improve your quality of life. So we can have material success and maybe better quality of standard of living, but not necessarily have that sense of life, better quality of life. And that's what this focuses on as well. So if you can see my beautiful drawing here, we've got the high performance pentagon is what I call it. And everything here begins with a P because that's important for alliteration. So you'll see instead of for the meaning, we've got purpose. Then we focus on power, which is around your energy. And then we have psychology, which hits on inner clarity, your mindset, and also high performance mentality. You've got prioritization, in terms of how to understand how to prioritize in a very busy work environment in particular. And then productivity, getting the results. And also you'll see in the center here, there's a final P, which I have as a blank. And I think it's the most important one that holds it all together. And that word is presence. And that presence is not just about having a charismatic presence at all. It's really to do with the ability to be clear in the moment and to connect with your sense of awareness, but also in very tangible terms, your life, to have that sense of connection to your life, to have a growing sense of quality of life. So if any of this resonates with you, I hope that you might consider joining me on the upcoming MindShift program, because we're really focused on making a serious transformational change for you as a leader, but also as a person. And I often find myself when I'm talking to high performers, and even if I look back on my own career, where my success has really, really exceeded almost my expectations, generally I can track it back to one decision. And that decision might be for you this year, joining me on this program. And if this resonates in any way, I would hope that you would give it serious consideration. So I might see you at this upcoming program. Thanks for listening.